to review me. If I ain't had love for me, I would've tried to get Nicki Minaj. J-Rock ain't gonna let you slide. Dory ain't gonna let you slide. You king of the city, I don't wanna be a big fish in a small pond. Trying to get across that water. I need fans in Vietnam. If you gotta hustle, but you can't stick to the grind, you wasting your time. I need a double a verse. I do it before FaceTime before I get to the club. Look at the line.
Coach, thanks. CA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Inner Harbor and M&T Bank Stadium here in Baltimore, Maryland. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Minnesota Vikings and the Baltimore Ravens. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Following the penalty, and they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and 12. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Logan Ryan. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
Now let's go. 319. 319. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. LaMarcus Joyner. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, now.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He goes full extension, and he's got it. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
And not all spectacular catches are the result of a pass that maybe was not thrown quite right. Sometimes it's thrown in the perfect spot, and you have to just go get it. He did that right there.
No fear there in the middle of the field. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Detroit! Detroit! Over, over, over!
They'll drop the throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they just... discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
Hurry up, here we go.
They start the drive with Cook. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. The tackle goes to Harrison Smith.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39, green 39.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Carl Davis coming up the middle, gets him there for a loss of about 9. And with a 3rd and 14, we have 6 defensive backs out there now defensively.
All right, here we go. 319, 319. Gun, 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 gun.
Back to throw. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. And now out comes Minnesota. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and short. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. A give. This is Cook. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. The tackle made there by Harrison Smith.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Green 39! Check, go get him, go get him, go get him! Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike. Back 99, Philly, here we go! Slam!
On second down, Cook. He'll get only a couple down to the 44.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on third.
Hurry up, here we go! 319! 319!
He'll look to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that tuck rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. Allen on the punt as he gets this one away. And now out comes Minnesota. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their third possession. They don't have a first down yet.
So that means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving it to more up-tempo type of an offense just to try and change their fortunes right now. What they've been doing so far isn't working. Maybe they'll do that.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And he's going to be brought down back at his own 6-yard line.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit, right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. Now the Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on third down.
Could be a blitzer.
They'll set up to throw. Throwing for his line back, and he's got him complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A big gain of 31 on third down.
So what's the old expression that quarterbacks like to use when they decide to throw the football? I'm looking for either a touchdown or a check down. And he took the check down on that play, and it worked almost to perfection.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 10 more there and another first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
In today's NFL, you hear all the time about stretching the field and creating space in order to run plays. A toss play will help accomplish that because now you're pushing a defense to chase you all the way to the edges and to the sideline. That's a nice run, probing now early to try and get things done later.
Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Vikings holding the football. They're on the march, but facing a third down here.
Detroit! Detroit! Now let's go! 319!
They'll look to throw. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield, but when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Trying to punch it in with Henry. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
That'll go as a loss of 5. And that is going to set up 3rd and goal. They'll look to throw here. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Kyle Rudolph, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are able to strike for 6. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game. Gold now out to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Ravens offense now, they get ready to head back on the field and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
No. Check. Patriot.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
All right, here we go. Blue 90.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Set. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He's got his man. It's Williams. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be dropped at the 23 after a pickup of about 4.
when we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down.
Here we go now. Blue landing.
They pitch it out to Cook. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming.
All right, here we go. 319. 319.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
And as we've seen throughout this season, it's no picnic trying to score touchdowns against this unit. They're ranked number 1 against the run. But it's also difficult because it's not easy to throw the ball against them either.
All right, here we go. 319. 319.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5. Two minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Baltimore after this. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Set. 319. 319.
Handoff comes to Cook. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? Just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
And they'll run it here. Space to maneuver at the 40. He's got the lane, and there he goes. Touchdown, Vikings. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Vikings get the quick strike touchdown. Well called, well blocked, and then he just made a great play. That was an athlete going a long way.
Yeah, how about the suddenness, too? Just getting there and taking off and going. For the defensive guys, plays like that really hurt.
Gold now out to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
They'll set up a throw. Looking deep downfield. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And he's able to bring it out 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line.
And that's a great example right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Good starting field position for the Vikings as they have it 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. It's caught on the left side by Baldwin. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A very solid gain of 27. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Benjamin with it over the middle. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And Rudolph has got it. The big tight end for a Viking touchdown. Kyle Rudolph with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. And oh, it's no good. For the 2nd time now in this first half, he's missed an extra point. Gold now out to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. And now here come the Ravens. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Eric Armstead in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. So we hit halftime with our visitors, the Vikings, taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the 2nd half. This is taken at his 4. Now a hit and a loose football. And I think he was able to get back on it. He was. So they will get the ball after all, but that could have been a disaster.
I didn't do this in college, but I did it in high school. When you return kicks and you lose it yourself, the panic that goes through you and the determination to get the ball back, I don't even know how to describe it. And I think we just saw an example there.
Yeah, and the relief when you get it back like he did.
Yeah, you go to the sidelines, you know you're going to get yelled at, but you can handle it because you got the ball back.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, in on the stop.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And that is incomplete.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that at just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
Gun! 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 Gun!
They're going to look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. The safety that time, Tony Jefferson, there on the coverage.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
All right, here we go. Green 39! Green 39!
They run. Cook. And space opened up a bit. He's able to take this up past the 10. 9 yards on the pickup there as they'll be left with 3rd and 1.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19! 3-19! Detroit! Detroit!
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And now out comes Minnesota. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, I think you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky.
Looking to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. It's a gain of 6 on the play. And just like that, it's 3rd down. Back to throw here. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a 1st down here. This quarterback now 11 of 15 through the air. Here's 1st and 10.
All right, now, look at 56.
Now back to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got it. Complete. Nothing on that one. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Detroit! Detroit!
They'll drop to throw. His throw caught right around the 6. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. He got 29 yards that time. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Again, he'll drop to throw. Over the middle here to Rudolph. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
No, check, Patriot!
They'll give it to him up the middle. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Derrick Henry, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. Gold now out to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Well, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Hurry up, here we go!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. Cook with a 1st down and much more. The 40, 30, 20, 10. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
Detroit! Here we go now. Green 39, Green 39.
Now a run with Cook. And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long. Not the start to the drive they were looking for. That run doesn't do much at all.
No, not at all, and it leaves them with 3rd and long. And you know, this is the time of game where these drives really start to matter. They got to make some moves.
Motion.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up 4th down. Here's Ryan Allen now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Back 99 Philly, here we go. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Watch him now, Barney. Barney.
Back to throw. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gun, gun. Gun, gun.
He'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Baldwin. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. Quick slant there, gets him the first down, 6 yards on the play. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Oh, so close to an interception. Read that beautifully. Got his hands on it, couldn't get it, and it's 2nd down. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. And they'll go on the ground. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he can even get started. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. First try for the right arm of Dalton here. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. If they needed a break, they needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route, the drag, and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone, and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They'll look to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
The Ravens on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They'll look to throw here. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And finally taken down at the 34. That one goes for 29 yards on third down.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They'll set up to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Here we go now. Green.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. And it's 3rd and 4.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
His target, it's Crowder. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll look to throw again. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Here we go now. Green 30.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Rolling to his left. And he's got it. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Really nice gain on the completion. However, still 3rd and goal that they face now. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot.
Got a man. It's caught for a Ravens touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Ravens get a bit closer. An out route there for the score. A quick out route there for the score.
Yeah, you're not really surveying the defense on this one. You're just counting on timing, making this play happen. 1-2, ball's out of his hands. Knows where he's going, just puts it to the outside. Touchdown.
Set. Blue 90.
They're going to keep it on the ground. And did he get the football to break the play? No, he did not. They'll say he's out of bounds, shy of the goal line, and they'll be denied on the 2-point conversion. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Here we go now.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
I know the game's not over, but there's got to be a sense of satisfaction right now for the guy carrying the football a bunch today. 99 yards, and he has enough time to go over the century mark.
Well, you got to give it to him again, right?
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. You're not worried about losing yardage here. You're not worried about any of that. You just want to get him to the promised land for every runner. 100 yards or more in a game.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And it's a fumble.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he will have the 1st down as he's brought down up near midfield. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
No, check. Patriot.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Throw to the right, taken in by Barrios. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
Leopard.
He'll look to throw. And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. What a methodical drive this is turning out to be. That time 9 yards, and the sticks move again. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this.
Leopard!
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
A 1st down carry for Henry. The tough run gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys, they're just saying, let's just keep running it at him. We've got him now.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Derrick Henry, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. Gold with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Gold now out to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone.
And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Stephon Diggs, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens cut into that lead.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Under 10, under 10, 10. 54 is Mike, 54 is Mike. Check, check, watch 54, watch 54. Let's go, let's go.
He'll drop to throw. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. Oh, the Ravens say they have it. They do have it. So the onside kick is recovered. And, you know, I always thought, Charles, as someone who didn't play these positions, that going over the middle as a receiver or trying to recover an onside kick, those are two very tough things to do.
It takes a lot of fortitude to put yourself in that position, but you have to do it in order to help your team win.
Unable to recover it, it costs them. The kicking team gets the football here. They go play action here on first down. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Trying to get it to Willie Snead there. And now it's second down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
No. Check, Patriot, Patriot.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave him with a third down and 6 to go.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front?
And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's first and goal just outside the 5.
Set, blue 90, blue 90. No, check, Patriot, Patriot. Detroit.
They'll set up a throw. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, his first touchdown on the year. And the Ravens get a bit closer.
The tight end position has always been dangerous, especially in the red zone, short field. But now even more so because these tight ends aren't necessarily the tight ends of old. They're the rocked-up wide receivers who have a little bit more speed. Way harder to cover than before.
And the Vikings hands team able to recover, and that should just about do it. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, Their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.
So for the Vikings, they move a step closer to 500 as their record improves to 2-3. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, they can't quite seem to turn things around as they fall into 2-4 now on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against the Chicago Bears. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.
If the squad ain't with me, then it ain't right. Yeah. Hey, oh, whoa, whoa, whoa.